Hey friends, this is Eric the Mic Control Guy. Want to make a short little video before I went to work today. The whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, the left has just gone completely off the chain about this. And I heard something interesting on a afternoon drive on the way home yesterday, a talk show. And what the folks were saying on there was, let's just kind of reverse some roles and have the exact same thing happen. They're saying, oh, he wouldn't have been, let off if he was black and all this other bullshit. You know what? There's a hell of a lot of black folks who are just as sick and tired of this leftist bullshit as the rest of us. The left wants you to think it's only a black and white thing. Bullshit. They call it right versus left. Traditional, good old wholesome Americanism to leftist, Marxist, anarchy. They want to turn the United States into a third world shithole like every other communist country has been. The whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, though, when they talk about, oh, he wouldn't have been found guilty if he was black, bullshit. Because I tell you what, if they had a bunch of these BLM bastards out there, regardless of what shade they are, because everybody's into this BLM stuff now. If the same thing had happened, you have an incident regarding police or whoever, and people start rioting and burning up the town. I was watching videos yesterday when I got home on YouTube. It says the footage the media doesn't want you to see. And these people were casually out there destroying property with ball bats and stuff, attacking people. One old man was out there trying to defend his business, and the guy ran up and cold cocked him. The guy was putting out a fire, and the guy cold cocked him, beat the crap out of the guy. Boom. The guy fell down, hit his face on the concrete. You're like, what the hell? And this is what the left is all about. This is what the media is defending. They're worried about Kyle Rittenhouse, or anybody else for that matter, defending themselves against a bunch of leftist anarchists. The same thing would have happened. A bunch of leftist anarchists out there, BLM march. And if there was some young black kid, and there's plenty of them out there, where they're not into all this gangster bullshit, they're good young men and women, underage, but hey, men and women, that's what you got up here, what you got in here. There could have been some young black kid out there, same age as Kyle Rittenhouse, been on young firefighters with the young police cadets and all that, medically, first aid trained and stuff. Could have been out there doing the exact same thing. And these leftist anarchists could say, oh, hell no, go get him, just like they did Kyle Rittenhouse. And if a young black kid who was basically the same thing as Kyle Rittenhouse was, a good Samaritan out there trying to defend a town, a border town. Kenosha was a border town to Illinois. And if they would have chased him down, and the exact same thing would have happened, where you had a guy would hit him with the skateboard, guy hit him in the head with a rock, guy kick him in the face and all that, and if a young black kid had the AR-15 and would turn around and shot the sons of bitches like Kyle did, the young black kid would have gotten off, and everybody would have said, damn right, he deserved to. A lot of folks, same shade as me, would have said, good job, son, good job. But the leftist media wants people to believe otherwise. Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't a gangster. If Jacob Blake had been wasted by some gang member, we never would have heard his name, and BLM could have given a rat's ass less if that would have happened. But anyway, all that aside, I started finding yesterday, there's songs now, since the verdict, there's a lot of songs now that people of different music genres are doing. I'll be up front. I've never been a fan of rap, never have, just like I've never been a fan of death metal, thrash, all that garbage. I've never been a fan of it. But there's some rappers out there of various shades, whether you be this color or this color, and they are doing various kinds of songs about the Kyle Rittenhouse case. And I'll tell you what, the rappers that I listened to last night, they are not anti-Kyle Rittenhouse. They are pro-Kyle Rittenhouse. And some of the lingo they use on those little rap jingles they do, pretty colorful, but it gets the point across. And these guys, these rappers on there, they're not pro-Joe Biden. They're not pro-left. They are pro-Kyle Rittenhouse, pro-America, pro-Second Amendment, pro-self-defense, and they have nothing but good things to say about Kyle Rittenhouse. There's country versions. One guy did basically a parody of old Marty Robbins' Big Iron. Yeah, the old Marty Robbins song Big Iron. You can find them on YouTube today. They're coming out, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. Instead of Big Iron, they did one Kyle Rittenhouse version. And there's one that was done to old Irish folk music. I mean, these things are catching like wildfire. People, go check them out. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more versions of pro-Kyle Rittenhouse songs. Kyle Rittenhouse songs. Misspoke. Sorry. But anyway, the left media, the leftist media, and all these other leftist a-holes out there, regardless of what shade they are, want you to think there's only them evil white guys that are pro-Kyle Rittenhouse. No, there's plenty of black folks out there, people of all shades. Okay? Once again, the media wants you to think it's a black and white thing. It's not. It's pro-America, pro-Second Amendment, pro-self-defense. And those guys, those rappers did that song. They understood. They saw past all the leftist media BS. They saw right past it. Pro-Kyle Rittenhouse, pro-self-defense, pro-Second Amendment. And you might want to go check them out. There's all kinds of different versions of various pro-Kyle Rittenhouse songs, I spoke, that are coming out. Go check them out. And go check out the footage the media doesn't want you to see. And, you know, this is really irritating when you get all these people out there said, well, he wasn't from here. I'm thinking, how far away did you clowns come from? You know, if it was all locals out there destroying their town, I think, what a bunch of idiots. How many of those rioters weren't even from Kenosha or from the area? How many states did they cross just to come down there and destroy and burn down that town? I think maybe we ought to have some new slogans, or updated slogans, I should say. I think one of them should be, you try and burn my town, I'm going to smoke your ass. I think that should be a big one. I just ordered me a Kyle Rittenhouse shirt. When I get it, I'll make another video and I'll wear it. I'll wear it to work. I wear this to work. I don't care. If somebody was to come out with a Kyle Rittenhouse flag and him in that famous pose, laying on the ground, having to defend his very life, you know, and they tried to make it sound like, oh, it was 3 black guys. No, it wasn't 3 black guys. It wasn't even 3 white guys. It was 3 Jews. And everybody is getting mislabeled. Kyle was called a white supremacist, neo-Nazi. No, he wasn't. You know, they want to coddle Rosenbaum. You ought to look at Rosenbaum's record. His record is, oh my God, this guy was pure filth. The other guys, you know, criminal records. One of them was choking his grandma. All kinds of horrible records. Grosskreutz, whatever the hell his name is, he's on video. He got busted for yet another DUI. He guys had like 3 or 4 DUIs. Guy's a pile of crap. You know, but a good Samaritan who happened to be a white kid was out there trying to lend aid to the people of his community, because you had a bunch of anarchists out there, a bunch of morons out there trying to burn down Kenosha, Wisconsin. He went out there to lend assistance, and they tried to kill him for it. Had Kyle Rittenhouse not had that AR or any other kind of weapon, they would have stomped him in the street, they would have killed him, and we wouldn't even know his name. That's right. We wouldn't even know who Kyle Rittenhouse was. But now, Kyle Rittenhouse is like the battle cry right now. Because all these leftists going around the country burning down cities. How far away are they going to burn down Seattle, Washington, Portland, all these other places, Minneapolis? In Baltimore, Not too many years ago, remember when the mayor told the first responders to stand down? Oh, just let them riot and get it out of their system. Bullshit. You know? Hey, I think the new saying ought to be, you try to burn down my town, I'm going to smoke your ass. And anyway, I got to get to work, but I wanted to put this out there. There's a lot of songs coming out there, and there's starting to be more and more of the rappers out there who are pro Kyle Rittenhouse, and they're glad the young man got off. The left is petrified. Oh, if we go out and riot, somebody might shoot our ass. Yeah, you shouldn't be out trying to destroy public or private property anyway. But that's what the Marxist teachers and professors that Joe McCarthy warned us about decades ago. He said this is what was going to happen, and it's happened. All those far right groups back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s told us this was going to happen, and here we are. Here we are. There's a lot of books, there's a lot of movies, whether they be fiction or nonfiction, said this was going to happen. We're living in the era of interesting times. But anyway, I got to get to work now, but I wanted to put this out there. Go check out those songs. Those who like the rap music, go check them out. Those who like other music, go check them out. And I'm sure we'll see more and more of these songs of various kinds of music, whether it be country, whether it be rap, whether it be metal, whether it be easy listening. I could even see one being done in opera. But we'll probably see a movie before too long, and there's definitely going to be documentaries. There's some small short documentaries out right now. But anyway, I wanted to put this out there, but I got to get to work. Y'all take care, and never be afraid to defend yourself, because some little weasel prosecutor like was up there is going to try and crucify you and try to trick you into answering questions of acts that never even happened. He didn't go out there to kill people. He went out there to lend aid. The anarchists, the Marxists, and the rioters, they tried to kill him, and he defended himself by any means necessary. If he hadn't had that AR, we wouldn't even know who Kyle Rittenhouse was. Take care.